Oh,
We going live. All right, we live, man. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode from the sideline. We don't really do intros over here. The revamp's coming, man. We ain't gonna reveal too much yet, but that revamp is in the work. It's a
it's
whole
coming. It's
new,
on the way.
whole
Be
new
patient,
us.
guys. Be very,
You
very patient.
feel
We got
me?
y'all though.
You feel we in here, man. We got Mulich back in the building. Where's a move?
What's good, you guys? We back. First of all, let me state, say a little disclaimer to StreamYard. This is an instant. I know you might see some smoke coming across the screen. I got an instant lit. It is an instant. We do not promote the
Smoke
use
it
of
up.
drugs on from the sideline.
Smoke it
Okay, so it is
up.
an instant. All right, I got the proof.
It's for
You know what I'm saying?
aromatherapy.
It's an instant. I gotta go into stress relief. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But we here, man. How y'all doing today? I got a guest today. I brought my cousin here with me.
How y'all doing? My name is Lamar. How y'all doing? What's up?
What's up,
from
man?
the sideline. Lamar from San Jose too. It's my cousin Moo right here. Here to talk sports, talk whatever they want to talk about. I got an opinion on it, definitely. So
that's what we're about here, man.
Let's make it happen.
We're about people having opinions, bro. We don't want to, that's why it's a debate show, because we want you to debate your side. We want to debate our side. And then at the end of it, we leave it where we leave it. The conversation has to end somewhere, whether we agree or disagree. But, it's too many people out here that, especially on TikTok, we see a lot of it in our TikTok comments. Oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you clowns for this. You clowns. And it's like, oh, you think MB's better than Joker. You don't know what you're talking. Like, bro, I could have my own opinion.
It's a lot of takes, crazy takes, but I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Right?
Exactly.
Clutch, I meant to hit you, man. I wanted to see if you could come on tonight. But let me know. I send you a link. But no, I'm slick with it.
Hey, shoot, what's up with you, Clutch, man? Pop in, man.
Word. Let me get on that. Let me get on that real quick. Let me send them the link. But no, it's too many people out here that just are not open to other people having different opinions to them. Like, I'm one of the people that's in the mindset that Embiid is better than Joker. That's just me. I know the masses believe
that's not
Joker,
a crazy take.
I'm on the same boat though, so there's no fight for me.
That's not a crazy take. I look at him as like 1A and 1B, like it's a toss up. You could take either one.
And I think the only reason why people give Joker the edge is because he passes the ball so well.
Honestly.
And that's the thing. I think
taking it away from him. It's just me telling the truth. If Embiid passed the ball just as well as that, you guys be like, "Oh no, I don't know."
Exactly.
He has added on thing where he can just pass the ball, like big men pass the ball in every system. Like that's not
the norm. So it's of course it stands out. But I would say to counter that, even though like I said, I 1A and 1B, I would say Embiid is more of a dominant scorer.
Mm-hmm.
He can get his bucket consistently at any time, as where you seen like, okay, I mean, he didn't have much help, but you seen Draymond really kind of put the shackles on Joker's scoring ability last year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really see, nobody does that to Embiid.
Not really. You don't really see that happening in life, especially when Embiid is in his bag. He's a different type of player, and that's what gives him the edge for me, at least, over Joker. Because Joker can play making, he can facilitate, and he can spread the floor, and he can make it. You know what I'm saying? He can make it seem like he's, the quote unquote front runner of the team. But it's like at the end of the day, can he be that dominant, scorer on the inside? Like, he might hit a big three, he might hit a big like fadeaway shot, but it's like most of the time when he gets in that paint, he's looking for a shooter. He's looking for, he's looking to pack out. He's looking to kick out. So with Embiid, he's looking to score now. Boom, I'm looking to score now. So I just think those with those different aspects of those players' games, that's what I give Embiid the edge.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think definitely it's an opinion based argument. Like it's like who would you start your team with? You know what I'm saying? And like it depends.
That comes up a lot. It's like when we're talking about Embiid and Joker, it's like, oh, why wouldn't you want to have this big man on your team to build around that can also facilitate the ball? Mm-hmm. It's like, because look what he takes away from Murray doing on the court. Mm-hmm. So what if Murray's skill was to facilitate? Now we don't see that as much because this guy is so much better at it that you never know how good Murray can be at it.
Their whole offense runs through him.
Like I said, and I think that's why I always say, and that's why I wanted G Baby on the show tonight. That's why I always say I don't see the Nuggets running that system winning a championship, because when all else fails, you go to your best player. You go to your best player, whether it's LeBron, KD, Donovan Mitchell. It doesn't matter. You go to your best player, Tatum, D Book. You go to your best player. And when all else fails for the Nuggets, they're going to go to Joker. Teams already are kind of sort of figuring that shit out. Where it's like, all right, yeah, you want the space, we're gonna force you to be uncomfortable. We're gonna force you to make quick passes where we could jump, when my guy could jump in front of it. We're gonna make you make quick decisions so you can make bad decisions. And we didn't see people do it. We didn't see the Warriors do it. I'm not saying everybody's capable of doing it, but you can game plan for that type of player. When Embiid, he could hit from three. I'm not saying Jokic can't, but he can hit from three. He's dominant down low. He's a good 2-point shooter. Like, and then on added on him is like, yo, on the other end, he gonna be doing this thing on defensive end too.
Yeah. True, because he's no slouch on defense either.
He's no slouch. I would say, I wouldn't say you couldn't win a championship like that, because we've seen it done kind of with Hakeem Olajuwon. But Hakeem Olajuwon was such a polished scorer as well.
Right.
But with that passing big, you can win like that.
But that's the last time you've seen a passing big work in the NBA. Any time other than that, what works in the NBA? Not that. And that's what I'm saying. In the modern era, what we're looking at basketball today. Right, when we're taking a look at what it is today, I don't see that type of constructed team winning. Now, can everybody get hurt? And can they do a Toronto's Raptors and win one? Oh, yeah, of course they can. I'm not saying it in that. I'm talking about if teams are fully healthy going into the Western Conference playoffs, I don't see the Nuggets making it out of it in the next 5 years. Even with Golden State
honest,
turning the Rams over the pool.
I don't think in the modern NBA a team with a traditional big is going to win a championship. At least we haven't seen it. We haven't, like, okay, you could say Giannis, but Giannis is like,
either.
It's like a power forward. Like, today's NBA, the big is, and it's sad because, you know, like basketball purists, you know, everything runs through the center. And so they don't want to admit that. But in the modern NBA, we have not, I mean, at least in the last 10 years, we haven't seen a dominant big win a championship since Shaq and Kobe, or even if you want to say Kobe and Paul Gasol and Bynum. We haven't. That's seen it.
That's a good point.
So that's not a formula for winning a championship.
But you can look in the last 10 years, and there has been a guy there is not the vocal point of the team. Like, it's not the most important part of the team. No. Like, Giannis is probably the only exception. He's a center.
He's the closest.
He's supposed to be a center. So is Kevin Durant. Supposed to be a center at their height. And the way things were set up before people started changing their heights and be like, yo, I don't want to play that position right there. I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8".
The height thing, but as far as the style of play, like, really that plays like a bit. Well, other than Giannis, like I said, Giannis is kind of the exception. But really plays in the paint, plays on the block. Kevin Durant he plays like a small forward. He plays like, he's the size of a center, but he plays like a perimeter player. He's not, and we ain't seen a interior player really. I'll go back to Tim Duncan when they beat the Heat. And you know what I'm saying? That was like a back down perimeter, and he was somewhat of a passer, and that was because they had so many pieces. But really, like, a dominant big, that's over. And honestly, in the history of the league, that's been kind of overstated as far as a formula for winning championships. It's been Shaq, honestly. It's been Kareem, it's been Wilt.
100%.
So, and then it's been Mike. It's been like it's been guards and wing play. You know what I'm saying? It's really been small ball. I think that's been kind of overstated. But in today's game, definitely. I want to see ideally I want to see the great big come back, but I don't think I haven't seen that be that's formula for winning, but actually winning a championship, I can't say that.
We wouldn't count Bosh as a traditional big because he shot threes, right?
Who?
Chris Bosh.
Bosh. Yeah. I would say Bosh before, because I'm a Heat fan, low key. So I would say Bosh before he got to Miami played like a big, but on Miami they had him as a stretch four.
And same with Kevin Love.
I would say
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah.
Same
It
with
was like
AD.
they changed the way they played
Same with who was it? Brooke Lopez,
Yeah.
to get that
Kevon
ring.
Looney.
But he's not. He wouldn't be. He's not. And he's 6'10". Like he's an under. That's why I said he fits that
Undersized
small
big,
ball.
yeah. But if see, this
You
is the thing I
gotta
hate
have
about.
a good enough. You can't have a trash big. I'll say that.
Right, you got to
I
have a
think
good
Brooke
big.
Lopez
Yeah,
would
that's what I
probably
was
be
gonna
the
say
closest.
earlier. You got to have
You
a
can't have a
decent
trash
big.
big and win the
But
championship.
so let me switch the focus. Do you think the Suns could win with Eaton?
With Aiden,
That's a traditional big.
to be honest, and no, and it's not even about. He's good enough for them. It's not even about him per se. It's about that team. I think Chris Paul's gonna break down again before.
So what if Chris breaks down and Booker steps up, but Ayton also steps up with him, and then Booker goes and Booker's averaging 20, 28, 27 and 7 and 5, and Ayton's averaging 26.
I think their 1-2 punches enough to
11
get them
and
to
7
the conference finals, but I don't
and
know.
7 blocks.
Oh, no, that's some crazy stats for both. I think that would be enough to get them there.
Oh, 7? Oh wow, yeah.
I threw 7 out there. I was like, nah, that's not assists. Ayton don't got no 7 assists.
Yeah, nah, 7 blocks though. Hey,
That's
he's
some crazy
second
stats.
coming, boy.
That's
I ain't
defense
gonna
is
lie.
going.
So you don't think a guy like
crazy.
Rudy? You don't think like if you put Rudy Gobert in a good, like in the perfect situation, Rudy Gobert can't help a team win a championship, being a third option.
I think
Not if he's shooting threes like he did the other night. Hell nah.
You say he was shooting threes the other
Don't
night.
take no more damn threes, Rudy Gobert. I seen that shit, man. Don't act like I ain't see that shit. I watched that damn game, and you pulled up and you airballed. Don't take no more damn threes, Rudy. You know what you're talking. You know what I'm talking about. You know what you did. Yeah. If y'all ain't watched, go back and watch that game. He took it with all the confidence in the world. Don't do that again, Rudy. Don't do that.
Anthony Towns in the gym, like, you know you can stretch the floor. Like,
come on, dog.
You can stretch the floor, Rudy.
Get to the hole, man. Don't do that no more.
Rudy, you can tween like KD. You can do it, Rudy. Like,
yeah.
no, the fuck you
Pump fake one dribble, Rudy. Don't do that no more.
Rudy go behind his back like Steph Curry. I quit. I'm not watching that.
Bro. If Rudy hit a step back and make it, I promise you, I will never watch the NBA again. Because something's going on.
I'm gonna lose my mind on the next basketball program.
He's getting ready for Victor Wembanyama. Yeah. They getting ready for him.
Oh yeah,
we call him all different types of names on this show. Wimbledon, that's what I call him. That dude named Wimbledon.
Oh yeah, my man Vic Wilbur.
Wimbledon. But nah, so I do agree with you though. It is hard today to win with a traditional big, but I think you can if you have the right pieces around it. Yeah. Like you can't. I don't think you could win with a too big, like a Twin Towers, like Cat and Rudy. I don't think you could win like that because people play small ball against you. No matter how good,
off the floor.
No matter how good Rudy is at playing defense, even if he's good at playing perimeter defense, but that's his weakest point of defense. Like they're going to exploit that. A smaller team are going to exploit that. I'm gonna pull Rudy out. I'm gonna pull Karl Anthony Towns out, and I'm gonna make them have to chase me to the rim. Mm-hmm. They're gonna have to beat me there, and I think teams are gonna take advantage of that 2 lineup. But I do think if you put like Rudy Gobert in the right situation around a bunch of shooters that are like the team chemistry is there, like I think you can win there. I think if you put Rudy on the Heat, and they don't even have a bunch of shooters, but I think that might be a good fit for Rudy with the defensive scheme. That'd be a hard defense in the playoffs to play.
Absolutely.
Rudy would fit perfect into that scheme, and he will be a traditional big in that. You ain't gonna see him airball no threes.
Yeah, because then he's not gonna get that look.
Because I'm big on Lamar. I'm big on system and fit.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm big on
that.
So
what you will move Bam to the 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Bam wouldn't be considered
that would make sense.
He's not that big, adds big, so I wouldn't consider that a twin tower. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Rudy can definitely be a defensive anchor with Jimmy there. Because Jimmy ain't got much time left. If I was the Heat, I would have tried to make something work.
Here's the thing. To be honest, I was going to say, before you mentioned the Heat, I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I was going to say maybe the Warriors. But the thing is,
they would do the same thing. They would pull him out.
They're going to take him off the floor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then, too, the offense, the other teams can pull Rudy out. They can just use him as a weak player. But if Rudy can go in and play that team defense, see, I take that back because Golden State does play a good brand of team defense, and KD stepped his defense up in that system. I think you might be right, Lamar. Rudy might fit there perfectly because he's not asked to score; he's just asked to protect, get rebound, and block shots at the rim or contest shots at the rim. I think that might be a good fit.
Which is the only thing the Warriors have been missing for years.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. It would work somewhere, and that's why you said the Heat will work too. That's another good fit. I was thinking about it, like what team would he?
But it's not that many traditional bigs left in the NBA, so we have to take that in consideration too when we're talking about can a traditional big win in the NBA. It's only like 5 of them left. That's elite. That's probably playing at an elite level. Like
honestly,
most of them shoot threes now. Most of them can stretch the floor. Most of them, be out here trying to stick point guards. Like they could do that.
And that's why I said if you got to accept Giannis is the out. He's dominant in the paint. He plays inside. You know what I mean? He's the one.
Even he's asked to stretch and that's why I don't like the consensus. Go ahead, Clutch. I'll let you go because I know you've been trying to say something.
But he's an outside end. Like for me, like he gets the ball outside and then he goes in the paint. Traditional big man was like, yo, get the ball on the block and go to work.
Facts.
And like
Facts.
I think like because I literally just got in here, obviously. But I think the closest one to a traditional big man, I'm guessing y'all said Rudy Gobert. What I would say Joel Embiid, but he still shoots too many threes. Like I don't think
we started on Joel.
Yeah,
we started on Joel and
Joker.
Joker, and then we got into traditional bigs.
I don't think it's one in the NBA, to be honest.
I would say Aiden, because Aiden will pull up here and there for a three, but he's not out there trying to shoot 5 threes a game. He's down low, give me the ball on the block, let me back, and I'm gonna turn whichever fake get you off and then put the ball.
Yeah, I would probably say Aiden and Joel.
I would say Aiden and Joel are probably
they would probably be the closest, honestly.
Joel shoots too many threes for me.
Yeah, Joel, I do agree with Clifton. Joel does shoot too many.
He does shoot a lot of threes, though. That is definitely.
I was hoping that I could have put Capella in that.
He didn't start off shooting a lot of threes. He started off more traditional, but he
started off shooting threes when 76 needed to shoot it.
Yeah, I would say maybe even Anthony Davis. But he shoots terrible from the three, but he also shoots too many threes. But I think he's the best when he's not shooting threes.
Back to the basket.
I was gonna say back to the basket.
I think the problem is in this NBA, like if you're just good at getting the ball on the block and going, they're like, hey, but what if you just stretch your game out a little bit longer? And then before you know it, a guy who was averaging 20 and 10, shooting no threes a game, is averaging like 24 and 10, shooting 5-6 threes for no apparent reason. Like Anthony Davis, I don't know what he's shooting now, but I know he started off the season shooting like 19 from downtown. And it's like, yo, stop. Just stop. Get the ball on the block.
If you haven't noticed something about playing with LeBron, like I'm a Heat fan. He turns every forward that he plays with into a stretch forward.
And I hate it.
To Kevin Love and to Anthony Davis. And I seen that when they first got to. I said he's gonna like Anthony Davis. Let's be real. He was special on New Orleans. He seems like I know it's the injuries, but he seems even without the injuries like a shell of himself playing next to LeBron. And it's like, but that
and only the bubble really brought that old type of AD
watching LeBron being a historian of the game or just watching the game. I just knew almost like it's the same thing. He did it with Bosh, he did it with Love, and now it's AD. It's
but I was hoping it wouldn't happen to AD only because like if you look at the Miami, it's that, and the simple fact of the matter is those guys were the third option. So like those guys, he was the second option. So I thought he was going to be more like the AD that was in
have more freedom.
Yeah. And then like for me, I think even like I know because I'm a Laker fan, they're playing better now with Russ coming off the bench. It's exactly what you said. LeBron likes to space it out, but even for me, like watching the Lakers, because unfortunately I'm a Laker fan, like for LeBron to have as much spacing as he needs. And then watch him hoist up threes. Like I personally think at this point in his career, he could be an old school back to the back basket.
Yeah,
he's never really perfected.
Threes, bro.
Yeah, he's never really perfected his post game. Like he has a very nice. He does that little dream shake fadeaway that he goes to, but other than that, but if you look at him, like nobody's stopping him. Like
Yeah.
if he instead of living in the 2020 goes back to like 2000s and the 90s, I think he could still be like 30-10, but 30
Oh,
and 10.
easily. If LeBron literally just decided to put his head down every single play and get to the basket, he's 30 and 10
But
every
yeah,
single
but
play.
he can't. I don't
He
think. I understand. Yeah, he can't.
he
He
can't
can't
do
He needs
that.
to
withstand
just
it,
get to
of
his
course.
spots.
He can't
Yeah.
withstand it, of
And
course,
work.
and which is why he's starting to transition his game into being a more of a
A
shooting type
shooter,
player.
but most
But
guys that are at the top, when they do get old, they start shooting the ball a little bit more. Whether
yeah,
that's
it's
2-pointers or 3-pointers, they start taking jump shots more because it's like I can't get down there and bang bodies like that no more.
and I
That
would
shit
say the
hurt.
only problem with
It,
LeBron is
like
that he was never a strong shooter to begin with.
begin
So
with.
now he's trying to work that into his
Like,
game
can
and
you imagine Steph
game, and it's kind of too
playing
late.
7 years from now, coming off the bench, just still shooting threes? He's still gonna have the stroke. It ain't gonna affect him much. But a guy that has to bang down low that's gonna affect him more. So he's gonna have to learn or have to have that in his bed. Like Vince Carter is a perfect example. Vince Carter was a real dunker, take you to the rack type of guy. He was a slasher when he first came into the league.
True.
But as he got older, Vince learned how to shoot.
Yeah,
Vince learned how to have a consistent jumper, and that helped him stay in the league a long time after his prime because he was able to develop another skill and make it so a team utilized it or a team needed it.
But the one thing I would say about LeBron that's different than like a lot of he could affect the game in other ways. Like for me, I think at this point in his career, he needs to stop thinking of himself as LeBron James and think of himself more as a Chris Paul. I'm not saying he has to average like 10 because I think that's what Chris Paul is averaging, but be more of a facilitator. Stop thinking you have to dominate the ball.
I don't think he has the pieces to do that though.
Oh no,
not at the moment.
I'm a Laker fan. The roster's trash. The roster is one of the worst.
If he had sharp shooters, then I think he would take that step back. But I think he understands like, nah, I gotta actually put 30 up.
Speaking of, I think LeBron is one of the worst GMs in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh,
I don't know how he builds a team that don't fit him.
Hey, that's true.
He do that every time. Like, I mean, not with the Heat, but on the Lakers, as soon as they built that team, even though they got a ring with that, I was like, that team don't fit. Like, it fit the puzzle, the pieces don't fit. Like, if LeBron gonna be the point forward, how you not gonna have his shooters surrounding him with shooters?
Yep. Yeah, and you make all these signings and stuff that they're just like. There were shooters out there too. You could have pulled the trigger on the Buddy Hield trade.
Yeah,
you could have got the Evan Turner with him. Like that would have gave you a big man just in case Anthony Davis got hurt. You know, he gets hurt too, but he's a solid big man. Like then you have some type of guy that can shoot there. You could have went and got DeMar DeRozan the year before, who's a great two-point shooter.
I still think that was probably the worst move they didn't make.
Right that was by far the worst move.
You should have been in the Sweet States for CJ McCollum.
Man.
Can I ask a question?
That's a big one.
Can I just ask a question real fast? Because this is something I've been thinking. Like, you know how like when LeBron was in Cleveland and everybody was like, everybody wants to play with LeBron James, but nobody wants to go to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's been over exaggerated that people actually want to play with him? Because ever since he's been in LA, they haven't really got anybody. Like, prime example, Malik Monk last year, he was a Laker, this, then, the third. He went into the offseason saying, I want to be a Laker. I will stay in LA and make less money. And he ends up going to Sacramento.
I mean, look at Jordan Clarkson. That's my go-to. Jordan Clarkson, when he was on Lakers, he was coming to his own. Went and played on Cleveland. Nigga was just shelling himself. Went to Utah that very next season on Utah, 6th man of the year.
I think the narrative changed. I think at some point people did want to play with him, of course when he was in Miami during the Miami time, and then when he was in Miami, and the whole thing with, I mean, not just with Kyrie, but I think people seen what happened with Chris Bosh and Kevin Love, as far as like nobody could tell me, and Chris Bosh is one thing, but Kevin Love, people don't even look at him like a Hall of Famer now. And
Which
if
is
you look at
ridiculous.
Kevin Love
Which
on
is
Minnesota,
crazy.
He was
he
a
averaged like
problem.
25 and 12,
Problem.
bro. He
Bussin'.
barely rebound now. It don't make sense to me. They went and got Tristan Thompson to help with rebound, and Kevin Love was the best rebounder
Rebound in the
league.
league.
Yep, that's facts.
People forget
That's
that.
facts.
So people
People
look
forget
at that and they go, if I'm a player and I look at that, my numbers is gonna drop in every category by 3. If I go play with LeBron, I'm gonna win. Possibly, but he gonna get the credit because you see how Kyrie felt. I'm gonna win. He gonna get the credit, and my numbers is gonna drop a little bit. I don't know if I want to do that.
That's true.
Okay, I got
true.
one more question because I heard you talking about him being a GM. I think, and this is just my opinion, I think he's the best when he just plays basketball. Like if you look at his career, when he was in Cleveland, he was a quote unquote GM. I think he was there 8-9 years, won finals. He went to Miami. Pat Riley's not having that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Pat Riley not doing that.
All he has to do is play basketball 4 years for finals appearances.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to Cleveland now. For me, I think for the most part, he's the GM. But if you look at the teams, they were good. I'm not going to deny that.
Mm-hmm.
But after Kyrie left, the roster that they had before was completely ridiculous. And that was a roster you could look and you'd be like, yo, he had a lot to say with this. I think the only say he didn't have was the Isaiah Thomas because he didn't want to trade Kyrie Irving. But he had say to do with Derrick Rose getting there, Dwayne Wade. And if you remember, it was the whole Dwayne Wade starting. Everybody believes J.R. Smith should be starting, but Wade, people thought the Wade was only starting because it was LeBron James' friend. Yep. And then he goes to L.A. The first year he had say in the roster is trash. The very next season they make the trade for Anthony Davis, but if you remember, they were waiting and they were holding front until Kawhi Leonard got through. Kawhi Leonard backdoored them, went to the Clippers. I personally think Rob Pelinka did the best GM job he could do. He started getting pieces here, pieces there, pieces here. They ended up being a great roster and winning the NBA championship, bubble or not. I think he actually may be terrible at GMing, but I don't think we see it because we see the finals appearances, but we don't tend to remember half of those finals appearances he went to straight. He was in Miami and he was basically just playing basketball. I think even the whole Russ thing. The organization wanted DeMar DeRozan. He wanted Russell Westbrook. Like,
yeah, bring Russ over here. Sid God did the same thing as me. Drive to the rack game. Let me bring him over here.
Russ is a 6'3" LeBron. Like, what are you? Even in his prime, they played the exact same. Like, what are you doing?
Like, I literally want to be a fly on the wall when the three of them sat down and it was like, yo, this is going to be a great idea. Because from the second it happened, I was like,
I would have buzzed the shit out there.
This may be the worst decision
slapping
himself. I was like, I don't get it. Like,
motherfucker. No, I don't understand either. I'm with you, Clutch. I don't understand either. But mine's got a question. Mine's got a quick question. It's up on the screen. He wants to know if Siakam, if he keeps putting up the numbers like the way he does, can he become a top 5 player in the NBA or even an MVP?
No. And this is going to be crazy.
No,
I think he would have a better chance of being an MVP than being a top 5 player, because I think narratives might give you the MVP, but I think a lot of people's top 5s are more names than they will give you credit. Because if you look at like going into the season, a lot of people had Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James in their top 5, if not top 10. And I don't think either one of them. Well, LeBron might still be a top 10 player, but Kawhi Leonard's not even playing. So I think Siakam being a top 5 player, I think he has a better chance of winning it, of the Toronto Raptors getting a top seed in the East and winning an MVP before he has to be a top 5 player in the NBA, a consistent.
I agree with that. That made a lot of sense.
I just don't.
Because DeRozan was considered an MVP candidate early in the season last year.
He's not a top 5 player.
Nobody's top 5 player. When Russ won his MVP that season, I think if you ask most people, they wouldn't consider him a top 5 player in the NBA that season.
Honestly,
Well, averaging a
honestly.
triple double, I don't
That
know.
year, I don't
that
know.
year he probably was top
Them
5.
them
I'm not
2
gonna lie, he
years,
probably was.
I don't know. I
He probably was, yeah.
think Russ is. I think people.
If you're talking about team success wise, no. But if you're talking about him as an individual player, I think you got to put Russ up there.
I think
people back-to-back average triple doubles
in back-to-back seasons. I think
back-to-back you got to. If he's not top 5, what is he?
I would put him top 10 for sure, but I don't know if he'll be top 5.
Only 2 seasons.
Hold on,
top 5
because you can inch your way in, and he did something amazing. You can't say he didn't earn the
his
honor
prime
of being a top 5 player. And
like,
those
not
2 seasons.
To switch the subject, but he did some Lil Wayne type shit for 2. You know what I'm saying? Like he dropped 2 amazing. He went on a 2-year run and then he faded back to what he. You know what I'm saying? But that 2-year run, bro, you can't you can't discredit that 2-year run. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he people over the years, you're gonna say for those 2 seasons, yeah, but he's never been a
consistent top 5 player. Yes.
But let's seriously sit down and think about this. Was he better than James Harden those 2 seasons?
He was equal because James had hell of a seasons those years too. James was a top 5 player that year too. Those was his competition. James was his competition for the MVP.
But I don't think he was better than LeBron James those 2 seasons.
Well, he doesn't have to be better than a person.
No, what I'm saying,
LeBron is top 5.
No.
James Harden at least 3 spots. So who else?
What I'm saying is, if we're saying he's in top 5, let's go back and let's actually look at it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to do.
No, I got you, Clutch, but that's why I said who else? So you got James, you got LeBron.
I'll put KD and Steph over him because
Steph, I'll be honest. That year, Steph wasn't playing, and I love where I'm from the Bay. Steph wasn't playing better than Russ was that year. Yeah. I'm not going. Steph wasn't playing
KD,
that year.
I could kind of give it to you, but we're talking about his performance, not like the individual talent or what. But his performance throughout that season propelled him into being
and that's what I'm saying.
Like
that year,
if he wasn't top 5, he was 6. That's how I see about those.
That's what I'm saying. He
wasn't top 5. He was 6, and you could etch 5 and 6 out. You could swap those 2 because those 2 seasons you can't deny that guy was one of the best players in the league. Those 2 seasons.
And that's why I said he was just those 2 years. But at the same time, the original question, you could win MVP without being a top 5 player.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I don't see him being a top 5 player.
I don't even think he's a top 10 player right now. So for him to get in top 5, he would have to have a season of the ages right now.
He would literally have to. He would literally.
I don't base it on one season.
His team to the finals and win.
Yeah, I don't base it on one season. He's got to consistently show me that he can hang with the best. That's how
he would have to explode.
Prime example. Nobody considers Jimmy Butler a top 5 player.
That's true.
But only you see what he does in the playoffs.
Only Jimmy Butler's fans consider him
top 5 player. You know what I'm saying? I love Jimmy Butler, but he might make top 10 and
top
he's like
20.
Yeah,
he's fighting for 10.
Maybe not even 10, that's what I said.
Yeah.
But
that's because so much more people do so much more things better than him when it comes to impacting and contributing to the team. Now his impact is undeniable, but there's so many people that score better than him, that rebound better than him, that collectively put these performances together through a year that you have to be like, nah, what he did for his team is better than what Jimmy did for his. So I gotta put him. And then if you look at overall skill, there's so many guys that have more skill. If we're talking about top 15 players, there's so many guys that have more skill than you. Oh, he wants to know. Mines wants to know now. Do you see Siakam keeping up with his numbers after he comes back from injury? I don't see it as a problem because he's supposed to be the man out there on Toronto. So if he's the man out there and he's getting most of the touches, then yeah, he should continue putting up his numbers.
24, damn near 25, 9, and 7. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
I think he can play a little better. Honestly, I think he can up him to maybe about 25, 26. But yeah, I think
he can get those 9 rebounds to 10 or 11.
Yeah, to 10 or 11 for sure. But Yeah, I think honestly he's having a great season. If he keeps it up, yeah, he's definitely
Yeah,
going to be
definitely.
he's definitely going to be looked at as you know what I'm saying as a perennial player in the league. But seven, almost 8 assists. That's pretty good, man. Shoot,
Yeah,
that's
he got
different. That's
some
saying
people to
something.
pass it to over there. You
Yeah,
know,
he's playmaking, he's facilitating, he's spreading the floor,
sleep
he's
on
getting his teammates
Toronto.
involved.
The boys will find
So
themselves in the playoffs.
he's there. They're turning the corner to make him the actual focal point of not only the offense but just the whole part of their team. Which you know what I'm saying I can respect. So if they put some pieces around him, then the Toronto can make some noise. But I just don't see them getting past the Milwaukee, getting past Nets if they ever figure it out. You know, so
I have a question. Y'all don't see Scotty Barnes eventually being the one option on that team?
Yeah, I can see that. I love
I
Scotty.
don't know.
I love
Absolutely,
Scotty.
absolutely.
I could definitely see Scotty if he gets developed the right way.
Yep.
Then yeah, Scotty could definitely become the number one option because he's just so talented and the things that he can do on the floor too. Yeah, mine's agree with you. So we have done this the last couple of episodes, but the Bucks are 9-0 to start the season.
Which is crazy.
Right.
Is anybody overjoyed?
I'm just kind
Nah.
of honestly, I'm kind of shocked right now. Like,
Cleveland is
I'm
behind them 8-1. So focus on those two teams.
I'm
We not to surprise the Bucks. I wouldn't say the Bucks are the surprise.
I'm not surprised by either, to be honest. I knew Cleveland had a great young roster last year.
We don't mind mines. Spit your shit.
And I knew they was coming. And then the Bucks, I just think, Giannis seemed like he had that hunger coming into the offseason. So that don't
Yeah, you
not
got
was
beat
a
by
surprise.
Boston. When you get beat by Green, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm more surprised at Utah being 8-3.
I
Yo,
think
we ain't get to the
everybody's
West yet.
surprised
We
with
ain't get to the
Utah.
West yet. Let's hold off on the West. Let's start on the East. Let's start on the East.
I would say
The thumbnail
probably,
is Utah. Let's start on the East though. I
I
would
would
say
probably
go ahead, Clutch. Sorry.
I'd probably roll with Cleveland just because I agree with you. I thought their roster was great, but they're young and they're
Mm-hmm.
very young, and I didn't think they were gonna get it together as fast as they got it together because I was watching them versus I think it was Boston last week, and they look like everybody knows what they need to do. Everybody has a role. Everybody knows their role, and everybody's comfortable in playing their role. And I think that's something when you're dealing with young players you don't usually have because young players they always want to be like, yo, nah, I could do this too. Oh, nah, why are you giving him the ball? And they all look comfortable, and if they could
Kevin
keep that
Porter Jr.
going, I think they could get things done this season.
Yeah, but I don't see them winning the championship. I think they're too young.
I don't
I
see them
mean,
winning a championship, but for me, the ceiling for them,
They
if they
could
can get to the East,
upset somebody in the playoffs though, like the
if
76ers.
if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, if you ask me, I think it's a successful season.
Even if
I
they get to the
mean,
second round, I think it's a successful season. They're a young team.
I think the East is wide open.
yeah. To
For
address the
four
original
teams.
point,
It's
the
four teams.
Bucks
It's
are,
wide open for 4 teams. It's not wide open for all 8 teams that's going into the playoffs.
but
Let's not
the
do that.
Bucks are looking crazy
Every
though.
team in the
Like,
East is not equally equipped. They are not. All right. The people that are equipped that we know are the Bucks, Boston, Sixers. I throw Nets in there, and then the Heat. Those are the 5 teams that we know are well equipped to be in the playoffs come Eastern Conference Finals time.
But that's
It's not the
based off
76ers.
that's based off
They haven't made an Eastern Conference Finals,
just
so I can't
last
put
year.
too
You know
much
what I'm
in.
saying?
No,
But
that's based on the last 5 years. It's been Bucks. It's been Boston 3 times. It's been the Heat.
and the Sixers.
And
The Sixers
no, the
ain't make the
Sixers never
conference
made the
finals.
Eastern Conference Finals. Not under
But that was
Embiid.
close. But the Nets ain't we basing the Nets off their talent level.
That's why I was going to put the Nets and the 76ers. I was going to say we could take both of those out for now and say the 3 teams. But I will put the 76ers because of their talent and the Nets because of the Knicks because of the Nets because of their talent. Yes. I just think it's going to be hard if KD, Kyrie get healthy and the team gets some karate to get Joe Harris back. Ben Simmons start doing something for them on the defensive end of the ball. I don't care about what he does on offense. Just need him to play very good defense. I think that's a scary team to deal with going in this 7-game series. Unless you're Boston, Get the brooms out again.
Just looking at Milwaukee, bro. Not only they're 9-0, right? They're 9-0 without Chris Middleton right now. Like Chris Middleton has yet to play. Drew Holiday has been balling out his ass, which is phenomenal because I hope he finally gets the respect that he deserves. But
they're gonna lose tonight.
I don't know.
Who did they beat though?
I mean, they beat Philly, Brooklyn, and
Philly
Atlanta
without
and Minnesota.
James Harden or with James Harden?
No, that was with James Harden. That was first game of the season.
Yeah, James had 31 again.
Yeah, they beat Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie playing. They beat Atlanta,
Bulls.
and they beat Minnesota. So they got some formidable wins already.
They do
with no
Sixers,
Chris Middleton.
Rockets, Nets, Knicks, Hawks, Pistons, Timberwolves, Thunder. That's their first 9 games. I wouldn't say the Knicks are a formidable team. I'm not going to do that.
No, definitely not.
Don't know about the Hawks yet. Not going to do that. Pistons.
I mean,
suck.
they're 4-2,
Pistons
so
suck.
you got to give them. You got to give them a little respect.
Pistons suck. We ain't going to do that. The Nets, I'll give it to you because they're supposed to be a formidable team. The Rockets, I'm not giving it to you. 76ers, I'll give it to you. So that's 2 teams that they played at a 9 wins, 7 wins that they're supposed to have. They're supposed to win easy games. I'm not taking nothing away from them. They're winning.
What about Minnesota?
Minnesota, I don't know. I think they could be good, Minnesota, but I just don't know how Cat and Rudy works together. It could be a Twin Tower thing. It could be a disaster thing. But if you want to give them Minnesota, give them Minnesota. I don't. That's 3 teams. So 6 teams, 6 games they're supposed to win. Thing about the Bucks is I keep trying to tell people, like, if Boston did not go into that game plan or make the adjustments that they made in that Bucks series, we would have lost in 6.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm with you on
that Bucks team without Chris Middleton could have beat Boston, and Boston could beat the Bucks if Chris Middleton was still there because it's all about adjustments, personnel, and matchups.
Styles make fights,
right? And Boston was a very good matchup for the Bucks. Very good matchup, whether Chris Middleton is there or not. But this just shows you how good the Bucks are without Chris Middleton in the lineup and how good they could be with him in their lineup. Hey, look, is it start thinking about moving Chris Middleton, trying to get a better piece to put alongside Giannis? I get they won a championship together, but how much more time do you keep that pair together? And I'm not trying to do the Jason Tatum, JB thing. Like, we're talking about 2 people that won a championship together. But I'm saying if Chris Middleton, if they're this good without him, you can move him and get some pieces and make that team a little bit more potent. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you do move him, but you could have moved him and got a guy like CJ McCollum. You could move him in the offseason and get a guy like Dame.
From the Brooklyn Nets experiment is that talent don't always produce wins. They
100%. But
they got a
well-oiled
up the team over there. You know what I'm saying?
But see, they blew up their team too to get KD
I'm just saying
and
as far
Kyrie.
as Milwaukee.
No, that was for James.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's another aspect. But when KD and Kyrie signed it, they had to let a bunch of D'Lo had to go. They ultimately got rid of Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert.
No, they had
guys. They didn't have to get rid of LeVert.
I said they eventually let go.
They did that to make room for James.
Harden, yeah, but James Harden is part of it.
But at the same time, the whole Middleton, it works. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
no, it does. It does.
And so it's like you could risk, like, where would they upgrade at? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that team. Like, they can upgrade. Would they get a better wing player, another shooter? Like, get multiple shooters? Where would they upgrade at? They got a good point guard who plays defense, probably the best defensive point guard in the league.
I'm just talking about at the position or the teammate to Giannis. You can upgrade the teammate to Giannis.
Yeah, and
to be somebody better than Chris Middleton. And I get what you're saying. The chemistry don't always work, but that's why I'm saying you put him with a guy that shoots because that's what Giannis doesn't do. So if you give him a guy like, go ahead.
But if you think about it, if they upgrade the position, it's not going to be a straight up deal. They're going to have to throw in at least 1 or 2 other players
Yeah, you
and
can
then it's
take
going.
personality.
Yeah, but then you're taking away from their depth, and that's what
You
makes
can
them
take
such a
personality.
great
You ain't
team.
missing nothing on personality.
Yeah, but
But I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
think
ooh.
Fuck that
Oh man,
dude.
that
Fuck
boy
that dude.
Grayson.
Hypothetically, like, would you put JB there? Like, who's the upgrade that really makes that team better? That
Makes the
doesn't
team more
cause
healthier.
conflicts.
realistically, or are we just talking hypothetical?
I mean, even
Because
hypothetically, like,
realistically,
even if you go like LeBron or KD, if you throw KD over there, yeah, that's
I
good.
don't-
Like
I
that's,
I wouldn't put KD there. I
but
wouldn't
it's
put
because it ain't
LeBron
gonna
there.
work.
I think Tatum would work perfectly over there. I think Tatum would, because he lives his life
If
mostly
you
on the
gave
perimeter. I think
if
Tatum.
you gave Giannis James Harden before he went to the Nets, fully
No,
healthy,
no, it wouldn't
I think
work.
that works.
No,
I think that works.
they're James is way too ball dominant for that ever
James
to
is
work.
way too ball dominant, but it also
No.
gives them another aspect of when the ball needs to come out of James' hand. You can always just dump it off to Giannis. He has never played with a big man like Giannis, and he's great with playing with big men. James Harden, yes.
James.
I think it works.
He played with
I think
Joel
it does
Embiid
work
and
because
Dwight Howard.
I think it does work because James doesn't have to.
He utilized Dwight Howard as much as he could get out of him. It's the same thing he did with Capella. He utilized Capella to as much as he can get out of him. He's great with. He's not. I'm not going to say great, but he's good with big men. He knows how to get his big men involved. So if you're in the pick and roll with Giannis and James Harden, you're taking a pick and roll with Giannis and James Harden, or James Harden and Embiid.
I don't like Embiid in the pick and rolls. I'm taking it with Giannis.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, as a duo, I'm thinking the scoring talent of James Harden mixed with the short dominance of Giannis. How do you stop those guys if they're fully healthy running the break? Giannis.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. You make James Harden beat you. You make James.
If they're both running the break,
I don't think, but I don't think you can though.
I'm just going to wildly throw it in there, and I know Giannis somehow going to fly there and get the ball.
In that system, clutch, I don't think you can.
Can what make James Harden beat you?
I don't think you can make James Harden beat you in that system.
To me, James Harden is a very bad decision maker when times get tough. A game 7, I do not want the ball.
That's when you go to Giannis.
But this is the thing, though.
James Harden is the point guard. He has to.
But it's Giannis' team. It's Giannis' team.
The thing.
It's not James going in as the number 1. James becomes the number 2 to Giannis, not the number 1 to Giannis.
Whose team it is in Philadelphia, and who has the ball in their hand most of the time? The point guard.
But this is the thing about the Bucks, though. This is the thing about the Bucks system, though. If you put James in that system and you keep Drew and you keep all the defensive pieces around there, James doesn't have to do as much. And he literally focuses on scoring. You can have Drew Holiday pick up the defense. You can have Drew Holiday facilitate. If you have James Harden just focused on scoring, bro, that's scary.
And he's going to look for Giannis cutting them.
And he's going to look for Giannis. He's going to look for Portis. He's going to look for Lopez. He's going to look for Holiday. He's going to have options. And that's
a scary duo.
Yeah, but you keep making my point. The ball is in his hand. I don't want the ball in his hand.
He don't trust James.
I don't.
The ball don't have to be in James' hands. The ball can be in Drew Holiday. That's what we said. Drew Holiday facilitates. You're just turning James into a shooter.
But James is also if you watch James when he's off the ball, he just stands there. He doesn't do anything. He just
but that's because you got to get them. He's got Doc Rivers as his coach. That's why.
I was gonna say I mean, and that's what I'm saying. In that system, do you really need him to do anything else?
But you keep saying, do you? But that's when he's the best. James Harden is the best.
You don't need the best version of James Harden, though.
That's my point.
Hold on.
To win a championship, just to win a championship. That's just to win a championship.
You don't need the best version of James Harden. But if I'm trading for James Harden and I'm not getting the best version of James Harden, why the hell are you here?
Because they already got one with Middleton. Like I feel like it's not worth it. Like what he's saying, that's kind of like my original point. Any trading Middleton for anybody is going to be an experiment, and it's almost not.
Yeah, now that they won a championship. But if they did not win a championship, this conversation is totally different if we're talking about replacing Middleton with somebody to give Giannis a hand to winning a championship.
Yeah.
But because they win a championship, it's hard to be like, all right, if you replace him with this guy, we got to see if that gels. We already know these two gel because they won a championship. Now, that's not to say that they won a championship off the back of those two. If you not remember, how many points did Giannis drop in that game? What was it, game 6?
Yeah.
He dropped 50 and 14, right?
So he carried hard that playoffs. Giannis carried hard that
no,
playoffs.
absolutely.
Let's not forget
Absolutely.
that. Chris Middleton was inconsistent as hell that playoff run.
But
Let's not forget that. So what I'm saying is, he had enough consistency to help. But if you put somebody in that position that's more consistent, like let's say if Damian Lillard was the point guard or the shooting guard. If you put him at the shooting guard.
Hold on.
I think you'll get more consistency shooting out of Dame than out of what Chris Middleton gave you in that game. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the other aspects of Chris Middleton, but you'll get more shooting that Giannis won't have to go out there and score 50. That's all I'm saying.
But you also said more consistency than you just told me they could win with James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden, I think, will be consistent at shooting the ball. He's not going to.
When has he ever? Please tell me. When?
Knockdown. Same thing.
I'm gonna be in what his point is in the playoffs. James Harden is the opposite of this man's name.
Oh God!
I understand it. That's why I said you put the ball in Giannis' hands. Giannis closes.
It was always because he went 0 for 9. Oh, like the games that he needed to come through.
No, I get you. No, you're right about that. In the clutch, you can't rely on James. That's why I was trying to go Dame, but I see you guys were looking at people. You were looking at two guards. Dame, you can move to a 2 guard. Keep Drew at the 1. Let Drew run the offense, and just fucking let Dame come off a bunch of screens behind Giannis. Giannis set Dame the screen, another screen comes.
Yeah, Dame would be perfect.
This is what you're going to see, and one of them going to get loose.
I'll take Dame over James any day of the week.
For sure. Dame would be perfect. I'm not gonna lie. And Drew
what about
can still
PG?
Guard 2s. Paul George.
I'll take PG.
I was gonna say now you take that adds a complete different aspect.
I think if you have PG, I think PG gives you the same a better version of Middleton basically.
Yeah, thank you. That's
why I said
he's an upgraded. He's an upgraded Middleton.
He's an upgrade.
Yeah,
because not only are you getting somebody who can create his own shot,
both get injured. I was about to say, but PG might get injured,
and he can play defense.
They both get injured, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but I'm taking PG defense for Christmas.
If you want to take that, if PG and Giannis was together, PG there. And I think that's a whole different aspect of Boston to have to defend Giannis and PG.
Definitely.
Guarding, I don't think, and this is not taken away from their skill, but I don't think if you're going in and you're scheming against Giannis and Middleton, it's the hardest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, honestly, it's really not when you think about it. It's really not when you think about it. But if you add PG, that's a different
PG, and that's a different thing you got to go in. If you add even James Harden, that's still a different thing. It's still different. You still got to go in. You got to play that game different. Even you said it clutch. You got to make James Harden win the game because he's not clutch. That's different from Giannis having the ball in his hands, or Giannis depending on Chris Middleton or James Harden, and that reflects to close the game. Giannis might have to close more games, or they might have to have another guy there that closes games.
But that's why Middleton works. Middleton was the closer.
I think
PJ McCollum. I think that should have been an option. They
all could work.
I
think you slide PG in there, and the chemistry fits better though.
Yeah, PG definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's why I saved him for last. I was like, I'm not gonna hold on PG.
I think out of all of them, I think PJ would be the best fit.
Definitely.
I think even better than Dame.
Oh yeah, it's just because he's bigger, he's longer, he gives you a different aspect of the game.
That'd be definitely way harder to stop PG and Giannis. Ooh,
yeah,
good luck.
Because I think
it's a different aspect of the game.
I think the biggest difference is if you get PJ, you don't lose anything that Middleton was giving to you, other than I think Middleton's a better shooter than PJ. But I think PG is just as good as
better shooter.
Yeah, I think Middleton's a better shooter than Paul George.
I say he has a better mid range. I wouldn't say he's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's.
They about equal, but if you said mid range, he could hit. He's a better mid range. I'll give you that for sure. But just overall shooter, just pure, just percentage numbers down to I think they're about equal. But from Middleton is a mid range maestro.
Yeah. 2K reference.
I gotta go check it. PG versus Middleton.
Who would you give the mid-range crown to right now? Middleton or DeMar?
DeMar.
Overall, I might give it to KD, but between those two, DeMar.
Yeah, because overall, only because KD can get his shot at the mid range at will because he's 7 foot.
Yeah.
But at the
But
same
I get
time,
what y'all saying the chemistry, but this guy's been in the league for 10 years and nigga never made an all NBA team,
Who,
all
Middleton?
defensive team. Yeah, like nigga ain't got
I
shit on
told
his
people this
resume.
before. I used to think I'm not even gonna say Middleton is overrated, but this might be a wild take.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're around the same. They're around the same. They definitely around the same when it comes to shooting. And I think Lamar froze.
Wow, he froze up the second he was about
Yeah.
to do his wild take.
I'm saying wild take, and then he froze. That's
He
crazy.
back now.
He froze.
Oh,
Is
he
that
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
good,
back.
you good, you good.
y'all heard me?
Nah, we didn't hear nothing.
I said, what's the if other like in the last say year or so since he been on the Warriors? What's the difference between Middleton and Andrew Wiggins?
Damn.
That was cold.
Damn.
But I think Middleton.
Damn.
Andrew Wiggins has been more healthier.
I think.
But I'm just
think,
saying, so like with Andrew Wiggins, look like I'm just saying you put Wiggins over there.
I get what you're saying. I think Middleton gets a lot of the Klay Thompson effect, the effect where you're in a great situation, and you're in a great situation, and we see your situation, and we think you're better than what you actually may be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put that up. No, that was the old message. I didn't mean to put it like that.
I think people think Klay Thompson is a lot better than what he actually is.
Now, but
no, I think overall, like people think Klay Thompson is like a top 4, top 5 shooting guard of all time.
Better shot creator.
Not of all time, but I would.
There's people out there that believe that.
A lot of people like to overhype a lot
That's
of
what I'm
basketball
saying.
players, but
I think Klay Thompson gets the Middleton effect. Like he's in a situation where he's great for that situation, but overall he's not that great of a player. Not saying he's
situation matters, like systems matter,
does.
like fit matters.
It does, but when I think when you look at a player and you look to see who's better, I think
Shot King, who's Middleton better than? I want to just clarify. You say he's a better scorer than we named a couple of people. Go ahead, Clutch.
I think when you look at an overall player, you got to look at him and see, he could translate. He could go anywhere. And I think Middleton is somebody who's as good. Like his peak is in Milwaukee. Like I don't think he'll go anywhere else and be as good as he was in Milwaukee.
Middleton's better than Andrew Wiggins.
I don't see how.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I can't.
I think you got to explain yourself there.
I can't confidently say that.
How you get to that conclusion?
What
close?
What exactly?
Are you going off of? Are you going
better
off of,
than Andrew Wiggins?
Because I think he's going off of what Middleton has been to the Bucks, and then what Wiggins had to become for the Warriors.
I think if you swap them out,
because if you didn't really watch Wiggins in Minnesota, if you paid attention to him, you could tell he had the talent to be where he is. He literally just needed the right place to do it, and he found that in Golden State. They're very good at developing, their youth, and he fit right into the development part of them developing the youth. So when he got there, they were able to utilize him in that way that he already had the skill to be utilized. It wasn't like it was something new for Andrew Wiggins. He just now had a team that believed in his skill. It's just like JaVale McGee. Like he fucked up a lot, but once he got a team to believe in him, his skills started to show a lot more. It's the same with Wiggins. Wiggins' skills started to show a lot more now that he got to a system that fits his skill. So when we're talking about him fitting the Warriors system with his skill and Middleton fitting Bucks with his skill, I don't think if you put Wiggins in Middleton's place, that the Bucks get any worse. But I can see if you put in Middleton in Wiggins' place and the Warriors get worse.
Yeah, that's exactly the point I was about to make. I think, and I don't think either. I think Wiggins, what he brought to the Warriors is what they needed. I don't think the elements that what Wiggins has, Middleton, that he brought to the Warriors, Middleton doesn't have, which is that ability to slash and go to the basket, create your own basket. Middleton, now he has the same shooting ability that Wiggins has, probably even better. But he doesn't give you certain other elements. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm like,
I said I'm going on both of these guys being the second option on their championship run and Middleton having a better run. I wouldn't say Wiggins was the
I
second option
wouldn't
on the
say
Golden
that
State team.
though. I can't
Who-
say that Middleton had a better run though either. Like, can
He
you
really
really
didn't.
say that?
No, because and I couldn't say that either, Shot, because you got to remember, we just said this before you got in here. Middleton was very, very, very inconsistent that whole playoff run. Playoff run, he was inconsistent.
Andrew
And if
Wiggins
you look at
guarded,
Wiggins' numbers, he stepped his
Giannis
game
carried
up
them
in
to
the
some of
playoffs.
those wins. Yes.
and Wiggins was the best defender on the floor for the Warriors the whole playoff.
Mm-hmm.
He guarded Luka. He guarded
I don't remember
Tatum.
Middleton guarding KD out there.
He was their best defender the whole playoffs was Wiggins, and his offensive numbers didn't drop with him guarding the best player every night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but yeah,
But Middleton showed up in big games, but
he did.
Middleton's wouldn't have to show up in big games if he showed up all the time. Like just because a player shows up in big games doesn't give him, okay, that's cool. Like, no, you need to be consistent all the time. So I'm going to take the consistency over a player that just shows up in big games. Because we could use that logic with Big Shot Bob.
Yeah.
You know, the logic, you have to lose. Oh, he showed up in big games. When in all reality, the rest of the team did all the other work to get him to the championship. But he showed up in big games.
Here's the same, like, that's why I like Clutch's reference to Klay Thompson. Middleton is more like, even though I think Middleton is more like a Klay Thompson in that system where he's a 2 or 3 option, but he's a consistent player. But every once in a while, you know, game 6 Klay, he's going to show up, have a big game, and you're going to remember that. But if he did that every night with the way Steph is going off, they would have never needed KD. They would have just been blowing people off that. To be honest, that's why they went and got KD. People don't want to say that because Klay is a staple, but it's because Klay isn't as consistent as somebody like a KD. Steph needed a 2 option that was consistent.
which is crazy.
Well, he got a 1 option.
Which is crazy because with everybody critiquing
Nigga took
Klay's
his bus.
game now.
Hey, yo, come on the trip with me. All right, move out my way real quick.
It's like people never really watched not only Warriors basketball, but we've never really watched basketball. It's like Klay's always played like this. He's always been more impactful on the defensive side of the ball than consistently than he has been on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, he's a shooter. Yeah, he can shoot.
You can love
but
playing
at
with
the end of the day, at the end of the day, he's a true 3-and-D type player.
Exactly.
But he's not going to be that consistent, crazy ball handler scorer that everybody thinks he is. But there's a reason why he dropped, 60-some points with less than something dribbles or some shit like that. Less than 3, 4, 5 dribbles, bro. That's the reason why. He's not going to fucking mix somebody up, create his own shot, and get to the basket, get an N1. No, he's going to find his spot, pull up shooter. And he's gonna go lock down your best wing player. That's who Klay is. And everybody's trying to make it seem like he's a different kind of perennial player. He's never been like that. He's always been that type of player.
Even with him starting off slow this year, like I think him like making being aware of it with the Charles Barkley thing is putting a light on it more than it really should be. Because if you look at before the injury, Clayton had the first month of the season he didn't shot 20% in 2016, 32% in 2017. Like he's had some
This happens
of season
all the time.
He starts
literally
off
all
bad,
the time.
But now him coming off injury, he's more aware of it. So he's like, oh, maybe I am slipping. I don't want you to say that about me, but it's really like you always start off slow.
Yeah, it's like you start off like this all the time. Like this is literally nothing new.
The thing is, when he gets hot, he's on fire. He brings up everything. Like that 20% then shot up to like 30, 40%. He just went
on fire.
Yeah, when he gets on fire, he's scary as hell. So when he gets on fire, he makes up for everything. And then at the end of the season, his numbers look pretty damn good. When you look at it, his season was slowly but surely every month. It was just creeping up.
And that's always been the type of player Klay has been. He's always been a slow starter, but as the season goes on, he just gets better and gets better and gets better and gets better. Because as a shooter, the more you play, the more you shoot, the more you see the ball leave your hand and go into the net, the hotter you get. The more repetition you get, the more repetition you get. So of course, the more the season goes on, the better he's gonna look. The better he's gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, when we're having this conversation, middle of the season, All-Star week, we're all gonna be talking about Clay. Like, bro, Clay's going crazy. He's averaging 25, and everybody's gonna forget how he started. But it's like he does this every single year. Every single year. I promise you, we're gonna be having the same conversation. Clay's gonna be averaging like
But
23.
I don't
And
worry
everybody's gonna
about
be like,
that.
"Oh my
Some
God,
for
Clay's
like
back! Clay's back!"
Christmas.
He never went nowhere.
Shot now says Middleton also stepped his game as well in the scoring wise, and I can say Wiggins was inconsistent too, especially in the finals. He didn't play well into game 4 and 5. Wiggins doesn't have the scoring volume Middleton had.
See, I can't necessarily say that because even if you don't want to look at if you want to look at shot volume, yes, he didn't shoot well, but look at defense. Look at what he did on the defensive side
That's
of the
what I was
ball.
gonna ask you. When you say Wiggins
Like,
didn't play well, what is your definition of play well? Because he stuck Jason Tatum throughout most of their series.
Through the whole series. And
throughout that
Jason
whole
Tatum
series, and
didn't
Jason
shoot
was
40% till game
frustrated.
3 or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at on the scoring end, because I know we're talking about scoring and you're talking about scoring, that's fine. If you want to say, oh, Middleton was able to put more points up or score more points in the games than Wiggins because Wiggins had a bigger responsibility on the court. Middleton was not sticking KD in that series against the Nets.
But like for me, because I looked at the numbers quick, like when you compare the two and you compare the scoring, you also have to put in account. I think Middleton shoots like 6 more shots per game than Wiggins.
Yeah.
Wiggins is not getting the same amount of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I think their points per game. I think Wiggins for like the whole playoff run last year was like 16, and I think Middleton for the whole playoff run was probably like maybe 22 or 24. So it's nothing crazy when you add the 6 more shots.
The year Middleton won.
The year they won the championship.
And career wise, Andrew Wiggins averages 19 points a game on like how you was just pointing out the shots. I'm talking about career, basically on a 3 less shots per game average, and Middleton averages 17.1 a game career wise, taking 3 more shots than Wiggins. So if we just talking about who's better overall or just better in that series, it depends what you're looking at.
I wouldn't get mad if you said Middleton's a better scorer, but he's also that's what he's asked to do. He's asked to help Giannis out by taking some of the load off
and by scoring the basket.
While Golden State is more like Steph, you do you, and I need everybody else to help out a little bit.
Yeah, because when you look at Wiggins' numbers, like outside of just watching the game, he played pretty fucking well. Damn near 9 rebounds a game, damn near 20 points. He averaged the most blocks, damn near 2 blocks a game, and he shot 44% from the field. So, like, you can't necessarily say that he had a bad series. He's doing it on both sides of the ball. He's giving effort on both sides of the ball. So it's like he's giving the Warriors a different aspect than what Middleton is giving the Bucks. Like the Middleton, the Bucks are only asking Middleton to score. Like they're not asking him to score, go on the other side of the lane, play great defense, lock down their best wing player, and then come back and do all the same thing over again. Like that's the reason why you can say that Wiggins in his role can be considered quote unquote more valuable, or he had a better series because of his role that they asked him to play. But if you're just going to look at the pure scoring aspect, then yeah, sure, you can give that to Wiggins. You can give that to Middleton all day. But as far as the better player or who had the better series, you can't argue. You can't be mad if somebody gives it to Wiggins because of what they asked him to do. That's basically all we're saying.
100%. I want to get into this last thing. We've been doing it over the last couple of weeks. The 1v1s. So basically what happened is back in 2013, Bleacher Report did a 1v1 by position of the 32 best point guards, shooting guards, forwards, because they mix forwards together, and centers. We're now on centers. So just to give you guys a little, taste of what you will be going through. So it's a 1v1. The rules are simple. It's first to 21, win by 2, 1s and 2s. All players are in the middle of their prime. Yeah, and that's it. So basically, just to give you guys what we went through, I'll run through the first round of the point guard, so you see how their format is.
Y'all go see how spicy this get. Yeah.
So the first round of the point guards was number 1, which is their best point guard. was Oscar Robertson. This was made in 2013. He defeated Ricky Rubio, number 32, 21-1. All right. Then Magic Johnson was number 2. He defeated Jason Williams, number 31. And then Isaiah Thomas was number 3. He defeated number 30, Damian Lillard. Remember, like in the early stages of their prime. So Dame wasn't Dame Dollar yet. Chris Paul, number 3, he defeated Drew Holiday. Then you got Russell Westbrook defeats John Stockton.
This is nasty.
Derrick Rose. Yeah, this is 1v1. Derrick Rose defeats Dennis Johnson.
How? Dennis Johnson? How? Okay.
Gary Payton defeats Bob Cousy. Tony Parker defeats Steve Nash. Pete Maravich defeated Nate Robinson. Which I don't even know how Nate Robinson got on this damn list.
Exactly. How did Jason Williams get on this list?
So you get the gist of it. We get to the damn centers because we got a couple of rounds to go through. I'm trying to wait till Lamar come back.
Jason Williams make the top 32.
And then we will get into this first round of centers. So at the end of all of this, we have a Sweet 8. What is it? Sweet 8, Sweet 18, Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final 4, and then the championship round. And that's all includes every position. So we're going to get it. But I do want to give him a couple of more minutes before we get started. But yeah, this one's going to be fun. Can y'all guess who the top 3 centers are in 2013? Bleacher Report. Let's think.
2013. Lamar said, I think he said his phone died. He's trying to charge it up real quick.
All right.
Kareem
was number 2.
Kareem is number 2. Oh, Wilt's probably number 1.
And Will or Bill will probably be 1.
Wilt's number 1.
Number 3 would be.
If Kareem is 2, Bill has to be 3.
No, Hakeem.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Hakeem. There you go.
Those are the top 3. Can you guess the bottom 3? 32, 30, and 30. 32, 31, and 30.
32, 31, and 30?
Yeah.
Lonnie Divas.
No.
He didn't make the list?
Not those 3. I don't know who else is on this list.
Oh, I know why you said that. That's a good one. I know why you said that. That's a good one. Oh man. Let me see. Andrew Bynum.
Andrew Bynum is not. All right. Lamar's back. All right. So 1v1. All right. You got the feel of it. You ready? These are the centers. They already guessed the top 3. So remember, it's 1 versus 32. Blah, 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 blah. All right. I'm gonna give you guys the scores so you know how much the person got beat back. All right. Number one center in 2013 was Wilt Chamberlain. He defeated Mark Eaton, or Eaton, however you say his name, 21-0.
Oh, disrespect.
Then number 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar defeats number 31, Ben Wallace, 21-0.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Nah,
but then Ben ain't got no.
Yeah,
might not have got no bucket. I don't know. Ben ain't got no buckets. Ben ain't got no buckets. I don't know. But and it's 21. Ben
might not get a bucket, bro.
Oh, dang.
Ben ain't got no buckets. Oh, you're right.
Number 3, Hakeem Olajuwon defeats number 30, Dikembe Mutombo, 21-0.
He was dream shaking the fuck out of that man.
They really disrespected like defensive big man. Like they're not
he
even
was
giving
dream
him a
shaking the
bucket,
shit
bro.
out of him.
Not even a bucket. I think,
Not a
I think
bucket.
Dikembe they went up against each other multiple times, and Dikembe
He
at least he would have got a bucket.
He was
bucket,
dream
bro.
shaking he was dream shaking the shit out of him.
He would have lost, but he would have got a bucket at least.
Got a bucket, damn.
Number 4, Shaquille O'Neal defeats number 29, Bill Lambert,
21-0.
Honestly.
21-0.
Yeah. If
That's
Shaq gets,
4
if Shaq gets the ball, I can see that
in
happening.
a row.
Oh yes, winner take, make it take it.
Yeah, make it 10
Oh, yeah,
years.
it's
And
over.
Zamar,
yeah.
Zamar, I will do this Wednesday for you too. I'll let you go through the centers because I know she's a big DeMarcus Cousins fans. Bill Russell, number 5, defeats number 28, DeMarcus Cousins, 21-6.
I don't know. Well,
who was
you
it?
talking
Boogie
about
versus
Prime?
who?
You talking about Prime Boogie?
Boogie
No,
versus
sorry.
Bill Russell.
I'm not too sure about that.
I
No disrespect. Rest in peace to Bill Russell, but I'm not sure about
don't know.
that.
That might have went. I think that would have been
That would have been a good one.
that would have been like
I don't
21-18
know.
or something like
Yeah,
that. That would
I'm
have
not
been a
sure
good ass
about that
game.
one.
Don't
Boogie,
Oh,
Boogie
no.
get him on the perimeter.
Boogie was a
man.
problem, dog.
Yeah, Boogie was a problem. I think that if I think that would have been like I think that would have been a better game and maybe at least 21-15. Boogie would have got some points up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he for sure. He hit a couple threes for sure.
Mhm.
Like he hit a couple twos. I know it's 21.
Yes, they
twos.
explained it here, and they said, I got to read this. It says, Boogie has the physical advantage and should be able to get into the paint for a few easy scores, but he's not going to be able to keep that up throughout the whole race to 21. At some point, he may even draw a technical foul.
I'm done.
Ah,
done.
oh, they funny.
I'm
Oh,
done.
they funny. They trying to be funny.
I'm done.
That's fine.
Okay, number 6, Bob McAdoo defeats number 27, Robert Parrish. Oh, 21-12.
21-12.
I'm not mad at it, but
Number
Parrish?
7, Dwight Howard defeats number 26. How the fuck did he make this list? Roy Hibbert.
not at 26.
Hey, you want to know?
Not
what?
at 26.
Because at that time,
He was trash.
When was this? When was this?
2013.
2013.
Nah. Y'all.
was trash.
He was
He
trash.
was trash.
But
He
right
was
before
trash.
that,
He was trash. Nah, it was never before that. It was never before
Y'all
that.
don't
He was
remember
always
him
trash.
taking the Heat 7?
He was
In
always
Indiana,
trash.
he was
solid.
He was alright.
The
He was
system,
alright.
the system helped
He
him.
was
The
alright.
system
He
helped
was-
him. He was
But
out
you
there
know
next to
Robert
David West.
Parrish?
But
Yeah.
that
Oh
goes.
God,
but that-
Bleacher Report.
I don't know how he's over Robert Parrish. I know how he's on the list. But that
I'm not
goes
gonna
back
lie. If he made
it
the
ain't been
list,
that
I need
many
to
great
see Andrew
bigs.
Bynum. I
It
need to
ain't
see
been that-
Andrew Bynum.
Yeah,
bro.
I know how he
Oh, I can't wait.
he's on the list, but I don't know how he's that high. He should have been 30. 32.
How's Andrew Bynum not on the list? If
He might be on the
Roy
list. He
hit,
gotta
no,
be on
I
the
don't.
list.
There's no way he's that high, bro. The
Bruh.
disrespect.
Hey, I was gonna say, do not doubt Bleacher Report, okay?
Yeah, this is Bleacher Report.
Don't
right.
doubt Bleacher
But at
Report,
the
okay?
same,
Number 8, Bill Walton defeats number 25, Al Jefferson, 21-6.
All right, Al Jefferson. Yo, if Kendrick Perkins makes this list, I might.
are they
leave,
talking about
bro.
their prime?
This is in
Oh,
2013.
I was gonna
Crazy.
say, 2013.
They're all in their
Kendrick Perkins
prime.
was funny on this list.
Al Jefferson had a year or two that he was good. Really, that's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
was
talking
it.
about. Their
That was
prime.
it.
Number 9, Patrick Ewing defeats number 24, Wes Unseld.
I'm conflicted about how they got Patrick Ewing lower than Dwight Howard.
Sure. Oh,
I'm conflicted
I'm
about
well.
that. I like
What?
Dwight, but I'm conflicted about that. His placement, everybody's placement is weird. Like
Yeah.
it's
Like
the placement.
how's Patrick Ewing lower than Bill Walton? Bill Walton had like 5 seasons where he played. I
Hey,
don't.
this Bleacher Report.
Yeah,
Number
Bleacher Report
10,
is the GOAT, bro. They the GOAT.
number 10, David Robinson defeats number 23. What's that?
the
Walt
placement.
Bellamy? What is his name? Walt Bellamy? Bellamy?
Hey, y'all do know the Admiral scored 72 points in the game, right? Like
To win
bro,
the scoring title.
Stop playing with me, bro. Right now with the placement of these centers, it's
To
not
win
even
the scoring
it's
title.
the order.
David Robinson, number 10, defeats Walt Bellamy.
This list is
21-0.
They
I
have
didn't
Hibbert
hit-
over the Kimba Mutombo. I'm tripping off that.
Number 11, Moses Malone
I was about to
defeats
say, I
number
didn't even hit
22. What is that? Bob Lanier?
Bob Lanier?
Yeah, there
Bob
you go.
Lanier
Lanier, 21-1.
to
Oh.
1?
to 1.
So
1 point? Goodness gracious. Bob.
Number 21, Yao Ming
Oh, Yao made it.
Upsets number
think Yao should
12.
make it.
Upsets
The
number
first
12.
upset.
Marc Gasol.
That's
I can see
crazy.
that.
I could see that.
12?
I could see
For
that.
Mark, that's
I can
crazy.
see that.
That
I can
where
see that.
Mark is listed is crazy, but the
I
upset
can
is
see
not.
Yao. Yeah, I can see Yao.
Y'all
Yeah,
give him
yeah.
that work.
The
I
upset,
can see
I'm not tripping about, but 12?
That's why he
Goodness
got
gracious.
upset. He was ranked too high. This is like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Everybody-
2, 3. Oh, we got a couple of upsets in a row here. Next one is number 20, Elizon Morning. The upsets, number 13, Brooke Lopez.
Yeah, that's craziness. Because he should have been higher than Brooke Lopez
They
anyway.
should have swapped numbers.
Hey, I was gonna say they should have swapped them two
That's why
off
he got
rip.
upset. That's
Yeah.
why, because he
Oh my
wasn't in
god.
He's no match for a
Oh,
long
y'all
the,
gonna like
the
this
the
upset.
brackets.
Y'all gonna like this upset. Joakim Noah upsets
Get the fuck out of here.
Brad Daughtry.
Why is Brad Daughtry?
Come on.
What, he's number 14?
Number 14,
Come on.
Brad Daughtry.
I don't
Come
think
on.
neither one of them should
Got
be that
upset
high.
by
on the list.
Joakim, number 19, Noah.
How the fuck you got the Kimbe?
Well, okay,
Mutombo
wait,
lower
hold
than
on. What was the score in
Joakim
that
Noah?
game?
The score
Right.
of that game was 22-20.
That
Goodness
game took
gracious.
6 hours. That
Look,
game
I was
took
gonna
6
say that
hours,
game
bro.
took all day. There was 5 Gatorade breaks
That
and
game
2
took-
snack breaks and a freaking and a nap break. Because
And
that
it had
game
a
took forever.
halftime show. It had a
Ha-
halftime show.
A full-on halftime performance. That game took
like-
forever.
Ever. 22-20.
Number
yeah,
18, Willis Reed upsets number 15, Elvin
Why is he
Hayes,
so low?
21 to
Willis
19.
Reed,
low?
why he's too low, but that's why he won. That's why these upsets is it's not real. They bad placements. It's not upsets.
Number,
These players are just upset about their placement. That's all it
number
was.
16, Nate Thuman defeats number 17, Al Horford, 22-20.
Yeah, Nate Thurman would have gave him that work.
Shout out to Al for making the list, though.
List, though, right?
Right.
Like,
All right, that was round 1. That was the end of round 1. Y'all ready for round 2?
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm saying right now, Shaq. If Shaq don't win this whole thing,
I'm mad that Mutombo was, bruh. Who
All right.
the NCAA did this? The rankings?
I don't know. All right, number 1, Wilt Chamberlain defeats number 16, Nate Thuman, 21-0.
It's
What's
the
with the zeros? Like,
They just
Number
not
2.
giving no buckets. Number
Number 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar defeats number 18, Willis Reed, 21-0.
I don't think
Dang.
that's all zero though. Like
They just up there just like, bro, no.
because I mean I understand it's make it take it, but they ain't gonna play no deep. He can't block. He ain't miss no shots.
he
And even if he misses a shot, he can't get a
That
board.
sky
Like,
hook is a-
Sky hooking all day, bro. Sky
All
hooking
day, he
all
just right here.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, you want to hear this? It says to beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a player needs size, quickness, and an increased amount of offensive ability. Reed doesn't have all 3 elements. He's entirely destroyed from the first possession until the final one.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the
get it.
elements to get a bucket, no.
Oh, he got his ass
Get a
kicked.
bucket.
Stop.
he got
Got his
ran
ass
Get
kicked.
a
off the
bucket, no.
court. Kareem
It's
said,
the-
"Nah, get off my court right now."
He couldn't get the stop, and that's the problem.
Number 3, Hakeem Olajuwon defeats number 19, Joakim Noah, 21-1.
That makes sense.
But Joakim Noah could get a bucket, though.
That makes
Joakim
sense.
Noah could get a bucket, but Willis Reed couldn't get one.
I can see Joakim stealing a bucket somewhere.
He could get a
in the
stop. I could think Joakim could get one stop. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's about the stops.
Yeah, he's gonna get the stop, but I don't see Joakim getting the
Getting
bucket.
He gonna get that one lucky bucket. That's it. That's all he needs is just that one lucky bucket. Right
Like
there.
this,
Right there. That's all he's gonna do is just and just throw that joint up. It's gonna go in. At one point in time, it's gonna go in.
Number 4, Shaquille O'Neal defeats number 20, Elizon Morning, 21-2.
Okay, that's still disrespectful. Morning's getting stopped in multiple buckets.
Number 5, Bill Russell defeats number 21, Yao Ming, 21-10.
I mean, that's not egregious, but I'm not too. I don't know. I don't think that goes that way.
Yeah, I think it's a lot closer.
Number 11, Moses Malone upsets number 6, Bob McAdoo, 21-14.
Yeah.
Because Moses was talented.
Moses was a boy. I can't even lie.
Number
Like,
10, David Robinson upsets number 7, Dwight Howard, 21-10.
yeah,
I can see
For
that.
sure.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. D. Robinson give Dwight that
Number 9, Patrick Ewing upsets number 8, Bill Walton, 22-20.
Bill Walton shouldn't have been number 8 in the first place.
Yep. Period.
All right, guess what?
Patrick took it personal.
Round 3. Number 1, Will Chamberlain defeats number 9, Patrick Ewing, 21-3.
Oh my God, yo, Will Chamberlain is the god out here, bro.
21-3. That's accurate. That's accurate.
Nah, you was getting more than
number
3.
2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar defeats number 10, David Robinson, 21-4.
Damn.
Oh my
Wait a
God.
minute.
Kareem was just a problem on
I'm
offense.
sorry.
Huh? They just couldn't stop him.
They
This
shouldn't
Skyhook.
have. David Robinson. I mean, the skyhook is lethal, but come on, man.
Skyhook is unstoppable.
Number
yo.
3, Hakeem Olajuwon defeats number 11, Moses Malone, 21-3.
Yo, what's with these blowouts though? This is
I'm
not.
telling you,
college
Hakeem was
football,
dream
bro.
shaking all over
Some of them
everybody.
Would be, I think, though, just because the height difference. When you think about, and that's why he keeps saying, I don't know about Bill, because Bill was what, 6'9"?
Yo, y'all
Yeah,
7'6".
7'4".
Exactly. That's exactly why I said I don't know about Bill, man. Y'all was big as hell.
Number 4, Shaquille O'Neal defeats number 5, Bill Russell, 21-10.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think
I
Bill
don't,
even
I
scored
don't
10
see
points.
Bill getting 10, bro.
I don't think
You
Bill
would
scored
punish
10
Bill.
points. I'm sorry.
All right,
No
we
disrespect. Rest
in
in
the
peace.
Sweet 16 for the centers. Number 4, Shaq upsets number 1, Wilt Chamberlain, 21-16.
I told you Shaq winning this whole thing, bro.
Shaq got Wilt the fuck up out of here. No, I don't think
Shaq-
so.
Shaq winning
Because
this whole
number
thing.
3, Hakeem Olajuwon upsets number 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 21-18.
Oh shit.
Telling you, Hakeem was dream shaking over everybody. He was hitting with it. Stop playing with it.
Hakeem versus Shaq, the rematch.
In a 1v1.
You want to know who wins to go on to
Whoever
the
gets the ball.
Final Four?
Whoever gets the ball.
Who first? Right. That's really
Yeah,
what happened.
whoever gets the
If
ball
he was
first.
watching it, that's what would happen.
Number 3, Hakeem Olajuwon upsets number 4, Shaquille O'Neal.
He was dream
Hakeem moving
shaking.
on the final of the positions. So that was the centers. Excuse me. That
He
the
was
center
dream shaking
position.
the whole time.
Did you
Telling
like that Lamar and Clutch?
Yeah, that was going.
Yeah, it was the rankings is crazy.
The rank, yeah, it's just some of the rankings.
I hope they do an updated one.
It worked itself out, but the rankings was crazy.
Yeah, so I'll tell you who made it from the last 2 from each position, so you guys got an idea since we did them all. The power forwards, the forwards was LeBron versus KD. LeBron beat KD. The shooting guards was Michael Jordan versus Kobe. Kobe beat Michael Jordan.
Oh, Kobe, my guy.
Psych.
Upset.
I lied. Jordan beat Kobe.
Why you play with that man like that?
Facts.
And then for the point guards, Magic beat Oscar. So you got Magic, Jordan, oh man, LeBron and Hakeem Olajuwon in the Final Four.
I got LeBron winning the whole thing.
You got LeBron beating Magic, Michael, and Hakeem?
Oh,
in a
never
1v1?
I got Michael winning the whole thing. I take that back.
Which I like to know. Now I gotta save it for Zamar. I gotta save it for Zamar because I don't
see Hakeem winning the whole thing.
Nah, Hakeem not winning that thing.
Only if you get the ball.
It is between. I'll give you this. It's between. The 4 is LeBron, MJ, Magic Johnson, and then Olajuwon.
I don't see how Magic got through the whole thing.
Nah, y'all want to hear something crazy? Do you want to hear Scottie Pippen run?
Yo,
Scottie Pippen had the craziest run, bro. Like, Scottie Pippen.
I know disrespect to Scottie at all, but
everybody, bro. Scottie Pippen was fucking everybody up. Yo, let's go back forwards. We gotta go to forwards. First round of the forwards.
This is Scottie Pippen we're talking about. Remember, okay? You hear
So first of all, Scotty was ranked number 5.
That's crazy.
He beat Glenn Robinson in the first round.
That's not crazy. That's not.
He beat him 21-1.
Big dog didn't have no defense.
In the second round, this shoot guards. In the second round, Scottie Pippen beat Julius
Dr. J.
He beat Dr. J in the second round.
What was the score?
What's going? I gotta know.
The score was that's MJ Kobe second round forward. The score was 21-17.
I think Scottie Pippen is becoming somewhat underrated in our time, but at the same time, they got him an egregious ranking to be number 5 overall.
And that's counting power forward.
Do you know?
Right?
Yeah, I'll tell you. LeBron is the one who took Scottie out.
Yeah, because he does what he does.
Who Scottie beat in the third round?
Tim Duncan.
Yes, he did. He beat Tim Duncan. He beat Tim Duncan in the third round.
Disagree.
He beat Tim Duncan.
He beat Tim Duncan.
He beat Tim Duncan 21-19.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he had a crazy run. Like they were just giving it to Scottie.
Oh, Scottie must work for Bleacher Report. And
I don't know how he beat Tim Duncan, but at the same time, yeah.
They had Iverson beating Jerry West.
I can see that.
They had the Wade beating George Gervin. Tracy beating Penny Hardaway, which I don't know.
That'd be a good one though. That'd be a good one to watch though.
It depends. See, and that's the small forwards.
Jerry West defeated Vince Carter.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't see that.
That's crazy. Jerry West gets dunked on. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Oh, he getting nuts all up in his mouth. Take that.
Elbow in the rim every single time, bro. It's not even a game.
So what I'm thinking is, we do one ourselves. We come up with a base 32 for all the positions, and we do a 1v1 2K tournament. Because then I can literally give you the scores to who beat who.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you could do that.
Maybe we'll make that happen, and maybe we'll stream the matches on Twitch.
We should do all 5.
Absolutely.
No, I am. I'm gonna do all 5. I'm not putting the forwards together, separating them.
Because that's confusing. Like,
you ain't gonna have a small forward.
Because it's mismatch, bro. Small forward on a power forward, it's a mismatch.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't think Scottie would have made it past Sean Kemp if we talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talking like just the size difference, bro. Like, some of them niggas is going to dunk.
He beat Dr. J. Dr. J is going crazy on Scottie.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
He's going crazy on Scottie. Defense and all, he's going crazy on Scottie. But that's it for today's show. We're going to get into final thoughts. Moolich, spin it off. Final thoughts.
You know what it is, man. Follow the Sports Podcast. Follow the Sports TikTok, Sports Twitter. Shout out to my cousin Lamar for pulling up on us, man. It was a great show. We'll see y'all Wednesday, man.
Yeah, Wednesday. Clutch, final thoughts.
Shout out to the NBA. Season's been crazy. Just to think that the Nets and the Lakers, if the players would start right now, neither one of them two would make it.
But, the Nets are on the plane right now, I think.
Screw the plane.
Yeah, I'm with you, but that we got to count for it now. It's a part of it. It's part of it.
I hear you. Other than that, thanks for having me. That's about it.
Lamar, final thoughts?
Appreciate y'all having me. It was fun. Like you said, shout out to NBA. It's been a crazy season. The Nets, you talking about the Nets, the Lakers, the Warriors will be in the play-in or might not be in it if the season playoffs was to start right now. Utah will be number 1. So, hey, it's a crazy season so far. So we'll see.
I thought you was pointing to David Carr for a
No,
second.
he wasn't.
I thought you was over there pointing to David Carr. It's like, let's not do
this. We're gonna block him out.
Yeah, block that out.
They don't need no screen time.
Get the blur. You gotta get the blur and just put it over it. Go ahead, Lamar.
But yeah, it's just been a crazy football season too. So like, it's just sports has been fun this year. Looking forward to it.
We're gonna have some more conversations. We'll have Lamar back, man. Thank you guys for tuning in.